fasting isn't dangerous. Using it on the wrong system is. Most people ask how long to fast. Almost no one asks if they should. I'm Denis, aerospace engineer turned fitness coach. I teach the mechanics of fat loss, the physics of strength, and the human body design behind it. And today, I'll show you exactly when fasting stops being a tool and starts breaking the system. Chapter 1. The question nobody asks. Most fasting mistakes don't come from lack of discipline. They come from skipping one question. Everyone copies protocols, 16-8, OMAD, multi-day fasts, but copying without constraints is how systems fail. In engineering, you never stress test a system with broken sensors. You check stability first. The human body works the same way. Fasting is a stressor, a controlled one, and stress only creates adaptation when the system is stable. If inputs are wrong, if buffers are weak, fasting doesn't upgrade the system. It amplifies failure. That's why the real question isn't how long you should fast. It's whether your body is even allowed to handle it. Some bodies are not. Not because of weakness, but because of design limits. Ignore these limits and the system pushes back. So let's define exactly when fasting breaks the system. Chapter 2. When fasting turns against you. Some conditions turn fasting from fat loss tool into a risk multiplier. First category, unstable systems. If your body is already fighting something, fasting removes fuel and fluids at the worst possible time. Infection, fever, vomiting, diarrhea. That's like cutting power during an emergency reboot. The risks stack fast. Dehydration, missed medications, sudden crashes that feel like they come out of nowhere. Second category, uncontrolled chronic disease. Blood pressure not stabilized. Recent heart events. Recent stroke. Fasting shifts fluids, hormones, and blood pressure all at once. If regulation is already unstable, those shifts become dangerous. Third category, medication-dependent system. Some drugs need precise timing. Insulin, sulfonylureas, anti-seizure meds miss doses during a fast and consequences arrive fast. This isn't about willpower, it's about control loops. Fragile glucose control can crash into hypoglycemia or ketoacidosis. Fragile fluid balance can spiral electrolytes. Quick reality check. If your condition is not well controlled, fasting is not optimization. It's gambling. That's the part most people never hear online. Because don't do this doesn't go viral, but it keeps people safe. And if you want evidence-based fitness without wrecking your health, please consider to give me a sub. Next, we talk about the red flag conditions, where fasting is clearly off limits. Chapter 3. Red flag conditions. Some conditions don't just make fasting harder, they make it unsafe. Diabetes is the clearest example. Type 1 diabetes, poorly controlled type 2 diabetes, or insulin-dependent systems cannot buffer long gaps without food. Glucose drops too low or rises uncontrollably. This isn't theory, it's a control problem. When insulin timing matters, skipping fuel removes the safety margin. Next red flag, serious heart and vascular disease. Recent heart attack, advanced heart failure, severe arrhythmias, recent cardiac surgery. Fasting shifts fluids, electrolytes, and stress hormones. If cardiac reserve is low, those shifts overload the system. Next, severe liver or kidney disease. These organs manage detox fluids and electrolytes. Fasting increases the load while removing buffer. That's how small errors turn into big problems. If you fall into these categories, fasting is not a fat loss hack. It's a liability. Now let's talk about life stages you don't biohack. Chapter 4. Life stages you don't hack. Some phases of life are built for growth, repair, or survival, not stress experiments. Pregnancy and breastfeeding come first. Energy and nutrients are being routed to another human. Fasting competes with that priority. That's why it's not considered safe here. Next, children and adolescents. Growth needs consistent input. Long fasting windows reduce calories, protein, and micronutrients exactly when they matter most. You don't restrict fuel in a system still being built. Next, frail older adults. Low muscle mass, low reserves, higher fall risk. Fasting accelerates muscle loss when protein and energy are already marginal. This isn't discipline, it's physics. One more red line. Eating disorders. Past or present anorexia, bulimia, binge eating. Fasting can reactivate harmful patterns fast. Here, structure becomes a trigger. So if fasting isn't safe for you, what is? Chapter 5. The safe upgrade path. Not fasting doesn't mean you're stuck. Fat loss still follows the same rules. Energy balance, protein adequacy, circadian alignment. You can compress late night eating without skipping full days. You can stabilize blood sugar with meal timing. You can protect muscle with protein distribution. None that requires fasting. Here's the engineering rule. Optimize stability first, then add stress, not the other way around. Because tools don't make systems better, correct use does. And that's the real upgrade most people miss. Fasting is powerful, but power without constraints breaks systems. If your body is stable, fasting can help. If it's not, fasting can harm. That's not fear, that's engineering logic. So this is no medical advice. Please consult with your doctor if you should fast or not. This is educational only. So please don't copy just any protocols. It's choosing the right tool for the system you're in. You can kindly check the sources from this video. If you would like to have an alternative to fasting, please check this video right out here.